All right, so Unit 4, Activity 3 is about texture, pattern, and shape. Your marked task in this unit, one of them anyway, is the elements of texture. Now that you've had a couple of trial runs on color and the other activities that you did in Activity 2. So let's talk about texture just a little bit. Texture describes what a garment looks like, the surface, and how it also feels like if you're actually able to touch it. So does it look rough? Does it look glossy? Is it stiff? Does it look soft? And texture happens when you use certain fibers, yarns, and when you finish the fibers in a certain way or you construct them in a certain way. So designers have total control over the texture of the garments that they want to create. Texture also is visible when a fabric moves. So if someone's walking down a runway, you can see the fabric, you can see how crisp it is, how stiff it is, and that gives you an idea of what the texture is like. Sometimes texture makes clothes feel more formal, and sometimes it makes someone seem more feminine or more masculine. Generally, softer, more form-fitting garments are considered more feminine, and crisper, more stiff garments are considered more masculine. So we're going to talk about structural texture and added visual texture. Structural texture is used to describe the weight or size of a garment. So a wool sweater, for example, is very bulky and heavy, and that's going to make the person seem like they're bigger than they are. Whereas added visual texture is when surface design is integrated into the garment. So this could be a pattern print, this could be a picture, a logo. So they're totally different. So we're going to talk about some different textures. Soft and clingy definitely hugs the body. It makes a soft silhouette when it's draped. So this is why we have a picture of a lehenga style sari. It can be super flattering, but it does emphasize the figure. So if it's tight, you'll see every bump, every lump, everything. So it might not be flattering for particular body types if that's not the look they're going for. So chiffon is an example of a soft and clingy fabric. Also a jersey knit, so like a jersey knit sweater is super soft and stretchy. Then we go to something that's a little bit more crisp. You can see that the collar on this jean jacket is fairly crisp. It stands up, it doesn't just flop over. Also, you can see the cuffs stick out. They manage to keep their form. Denim is a moderately crispy fabric, and denim is generally flattering to all figure types. And moderately crispy helps conceal the body and make it look a certain way. So it might make a body look straight, like when it's more curvy, or it may make a body look like it has curves if it's a body that doesn't have curves. So it really depends on how the denim is cut. Corduroy is also crispy, but don't see a ton of people wearing corduroy these days. Extra crisp is almost like a shell. So you might see a lot of jackets being extra crisp. You might also see ball gowns and wedding dresses being super crisp. Usually this is considered like a high-end look. It makes the body seem larger. It gives an angular shape to the wearer, so taffeta and vinyl are generally extra crisp. The fabric doesn't drape over the body. The garment, it drapes in a certain way because of the fabric, not because of the body. Dull, smooth finish makes the body look smaller than it is. It doesn't really help make the body look a certain way. It's pretty bland. So a lot of wool, flannel, jersey just adds a smooth, dull finish. This over here is not an example of smooth, dull finish. This is an example of knobby and bulky. Bulky sweaters make you seem larger, and it works best on slim to average figures, just because generally if you're above average size, you don't want to look bulkier. You potentially want to look slimmer if that's important to you. So hand knit sweaters, heavy tweed, mohair, anything that stands out from the fabric. You can see almost the little fabrics coming off of the sweater, making it look even larger than it actually is may not be a good idea for you. Shiny. Shiny reflects light and it makes the wearer seem larger than they are. And so satin, nylon, vinyl is shiny. It's generally used for things that aren't garments that we wear all the time, so like boots or raincoats, more like accessories. But vinyl pants do exist. So that's about texture. So go out into the interweb universe and try and find me some clothing that you can see these textures in it.